Hello Scorpio, Elsie here to do your reading. It is for the week ahead, my friends. How are you, Scorpio? Thank you so much for clicking here. We're going to do something a little bit different this week. We are going to look at a couple of oracle decks, and we're going to go with this one first, and then we'll go with that one. We're going to throw some tarot at it, find out what's going on for you, Scorpio. And if you are brand new, welcome here. And if you are the ride or die, I appreciate you for clicking here again. Thank you so much for doing that. Let's find out what's going on for you in the week ahead, Scorpio. Now, whenever you find my readings, if you find it today, and it is in real time here, then I'm reading for the last few days of July and the first few days of August. And if you find it on any other day, it's always going to be for the week ahead, whether you find it today, tomorrow, or next year. Let's find out what's going on for Scorpio, please. Tell me what we need to know about Scorpio in the week ahead. We have some sort of emotional withdrawal. Feels like somebody here is... I want to say that you are checking in with yourself. It's like you're sequestering yourself here, disconnecting from people and going deep into your intuition. And it says here with the material and spiritual prosperity, I feel like you know something's coming, Scorpio. I feel like you know that something is about to change, I want to say. I feel like your intuition is really high, and I feel like something really good is coming, I want to say, because it's material and spiritual prosperity, right? So we have the High Priestess here, right? Card number 2 is the High Priestess energy. So we do have some, I feel like that something is about to change that's really good, but I feel like you're pulling away from people because you don't know what it is. Like, it feels like you need to pull away from people in order to be in the silence, to understand what is coming at you or what is going on. We'll talk about that a little more. You're getting downloads. That's what that is, the crown chakra. It's like you already know that something is behind that door. You know something is just about to arrive. Something really good is about to happen, or something good is about to arrive. And I feel like you are trying to be quiet the mind in order to be able to figure out what it is that's coming, because I feel something good is coming for you, my friend. Tell me more about Scorpio, please. What's this emotional withdrawal about? What's this emotional withdrawal? This is the 8 of Cups here, this energy. We have reflect. Okay, so it's time for you to pull back and reflect a little bit, which is this intuition energy, right? Reflecting on what's been, what will be coming, maybe making a plan intuitively, maybe to do some healing here. It looks like somebody here is making a plan so you don't react. I feel like you want to respond. It's like you know that something good is coming here, material and spiritual prosperity, and you don't want to react. I feel like you want to respond. We do have the card of release here. So I feel like you are pulling away from people, or maybe spending the week ahead by yourself, or as much as possible. I mean, we all go to work and do our things, right? But I feel like you are sort of checking in internally with yourself here. We have nourish. Why is that? Immerse and surrender. So you are immersed in surrender. So somebody here is not really going to take any of the invitations for the barbecue. I feel like you're going to be someone who's staying home, going within, trying to figure out what it is you're going to do when this spiritual and material wealth prosperity arrives here. Material and spiritual prosperity, yeah. When it arrives, it feels like there are things that you feel that you have to release in order to receive, because this says release, but look, there's water pouring in. So it almost feels like you're getting into a space where you are ready to emotionally receive or spiritually receive. That's what it feels like here. All right, new deck alert. Well, new for me. You've probably seen it before. It's called This Might Hurt tarot deck, and that's what we're using for the tarot. And then we're going to clarify it as well. Tell me what else is coming up for Scorpio, please. What else do we need to know about Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter? I love the energy of these cards. Probably seen other readers use them. Now I know why. All right. We have the 5 of Swords, emotional withdrawal and reflection on possibly some sort of maybe conflict or disagreement. I want to say that it feels like somebody feels as though they won, that they won the argument, they won the fight, but I feel like it's led to isolation. That's what this is probably. It's led to isolation here. Isolation or alienation. It feels like you're going within to figure out how you feel about the Five of Swords, how you feel about whatever went down here. We'll talk about that more. Under intuition, we have the Queen of Pentacles. So I feel as though somebody here, whatever's coming here with the material and spiritual prosperity, I'm having a hard time with that word today. I feel like it is, the intuition is telling you it's time to heal the finances. And I feel like it is earthly things, right? So the mortgage, the house, the car payment. Your intuition is telling you it's time to heal in the midweek here. We do have the Six of Wands. You are getting some sort of a victory here. It is a victory that's going to allow you to release some sort of emotional thing. That's what it feels like. It's an exhale, or people are cheering you on. It's like you've got the victory, and yeah, you're ready to step across some sort of spiritual and material line here that is going to allow you to release, like exhale at least. You probably already know it here with your intuition and this crown chakra. We have the Ten of Cups. We have the Two of Swords, and we have the Hierophant. I'm just going to give you a better look here. Hang on. There we go. All right, we have the Hierophant. So it is some sort of spiritual victory that you're having. I also feel that we are talking about some sort of financial victory that you're having as well. It does feel like you've been fighting for this or about this for a while, and I feel like you're about to receive. I feel like you're open now enough to receive, and that's why I think that you're in this energy of pulling away from others or places that are loud. I feel like you're going within or going to places that are quiet to be with yourself. You might know that this is coming. This material prosperity could be something that you're expecting, a payment you're expecting of some sort, or maybe an inheritance. It feels like it's material and spiritual, so it's going to make you feel full. It's going to fill you up spiritually as well. And it's going to allow you to release. I feel like when this comes, it's like you exhale because you've got some sort of victory here, some sort of spiritual victory, it feels like. Yeah. Bottom of the deck, we have the Four of Wands. It has to do with your home. I feel like somebody here has been like waiting for something to change, for something to be different. For some of you, you could be waiting on pins and needles to find out if you've got the mortgage for the next month. Look, a lot of people around the world are living in situations that are financially tough, very tough. It almost feels like there is an exhale coming here, spiritually and financially here. Let's clarify a little bit. You've been fighting for this happiness. This Ten of Cups is here. And I feel like you're reflecting on some sort of argument or fight, something that has pulled you away or made you withdraw emotionally from someone. Maybe someone in the family. We do have the Ten of Cups here. Tell me more about this, please. Tell me more about Scorpio. Got the Ten of Cups on the Ten of Cups. So it is definitely a family matter. Now, I don't know if it's your family in the home, or it could be mom, dad, sister, brother, that part of your family. We have the Star. There's something here that you need to heal. And I feel like you've pulled away to reflect about how the arguments and fights in the family can be healed. I feel like you're the one that's supposed to heal it. I feel like you're probably the only one that notices that there's a problem that needs to be healed. I feel like you're the spiritual leader in the family here. Then we have the Two of Swords, yeah. So I feel like something is coming to light or came to light. because this is past energy, I'm more leaning towards saying that it's already come to light. We have 5 swords and 2 swords, which is 7. I feel like there's a family secret or a family lie or something like that that will be revealed in the week ahead. It does feel like it has to do with the 10 of Cups, so I'm looking at this as family stuff, whether that's, like I said, your family, your children, your spouse. But the star is telling me here that whatever is coming out, it will be healed. And I feel almost intuitively that you have pulled away. It's almost like you know something's up and you're searching within the self. What am I feeling? What is that? If you're someone who is aware of your own psychic energy, because you do have a lot of it, Scorpio. If you're someone who's aware of your psychic energy, I feel like you're the one who will be sequestering your energy for a bit to kind of reflect on what to do when this comes out. Maybe you already know about it. Maybe psychically you already know about it. Maybe someone told you. Tell me about the 7 of Swords here, because it's going to cause an issue. I just threw some cards, but I'm not going to go get them. Sometimes I feel like I need to, and sometimes I don't. All right. We have the King of Swords. We have the World card. And we have the Death card. So I feel like there is some sort of a chapter coming to an end. I'm going to say don't be surprised if you hear about a divorce coming up in your family. I feel like somebody in the family is going to tell you that they're no longer happy in their marriage, that there's been secrets, and what they've been keeping from the rest of the family is that they're about to close a door. Something here is over. When I see the King of Swords in this particular energy with the Death card in the World and the 10 of Cups is telling me that this is a lawyer, a judge, a magistrate. It feels like this is a secret because nobody wanted the other people to know. So I don't know who it is that is in the midst of this divorce. It could be a brother or sister. It could be your parents. I'm just saying somebody is about to tell other people that we're no longer going to be together. We've got the lawyer involved. We wanted to try and keep it under wraps until we could get things rolling. The star is here. It's hope. I feel like that it was hope that they could keep it quiet until things actually came to an end, and then they could say, look, we've done it. We're just waiting for the paperwork. That's what it feels like here. This whole thing might put you in a place or a space of reflection. It's not a happy time for you. But I don't think this is your marriage. If you're married or you're in a committed relationship, I don't think this is yours. It feels like it's outside of you. So because the 10 of Cups is here, it could be someone that you treat as though they are family, or it could be someone who is in your family. We've got the 2 of Swords here again. We've got the 2 of Swords and the Queen of Pentacles. I feel like somebody here has been I want to say there's something that you weren't seeing as it pertained to your finances. Your intuition is like the intuitive you is saying, I need to heal whatever's going on here. It's time to get more stability. Maybe it's just as easy as, you know what, if I'm ever going to buy myself a house, I got to get better at saving. It feels like somebody has had a block here as it pertains to the Pentacle world. And the intuition is saying it's time to just take control of it. It's time to heal it, Scorpio, finally. Tell me about the 2 of Swords. What is it that you don't see here? I feel like it's something that you've been blocking yourself from. It's almost like I don't want to deal with it. I don't want to deal with it. But your intuition won't let you go. It's time to heal it. It's time to make a decision here. The 4 of Wands is here. You might be finally saying, you know what, this is the last year I'm going to rent. I think it's time that I just put enough money aside so I can build some sort of home for my own family. Or maybe it's just you. Maybe you're a single person. You don't even have to be someone who is in a family. Maybe you're preparing for the 4 of Wands. Maybe you're preparing for, I need to buy a house. If I expect to, you know, bring all of our families together into one place, I need to buy a house. We've got the Page of Wands here. And we have the 4 of Pentacles. Yeah, it's time to hold on to it, I want to say. The Page of Wands is telling me that you've been putting this on the back burner a bit. The 4 of Wands and the Page of Wands is 5. That's indecision. It's like it's indecision, it's lack of vision, it's like doing too many impulsive things. I want to say that that's changing. We're going to the Four of Pentacles energy here, because if you expect to be in the Queen of Pentacles energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, it is time to just hold it down here. I feel like you need to hold back on your spending, and whatever way you do that. I mean, we are all probably guilty of spending that little bit. It's just a little bit. I'll just do that. I'll just get a coffee every second day. But when you add it up over a month, it's a lot, right? So I feel like somebody here is, you know, I feel like this here, whatever's going on within your family, I feel like there is a divorce or a parting of ways here. And I feel like it's sort of put you in the energy of, I really got to figure out what I want. I don't want to have to go through this. So I feel like somebody here is like, I need to get something that is my own, that is 3D in the pentacle world, something I can touch and feel. We do have 5 pentacles. I feel like you've been disconnected from your stability, or maybe somebody here, maybe this could be feeling like you're behind. Like some people put themselves on a timeline, right? I got to be dating by the time I'm 24 and married by the time I'm 25. I want to have all my kids by the time I'm 30. People sometimes put themselves on timelines. I feel like I'm feeling a timeline for somebody here who thinks they're behind. And please understand that you're not. You're not behind at all. I want to say that it's just going to take some healing, listening to the intuition, making decisions from your intuition. And I feel like starting here at the Four of Pentacles by holding back is the perfect thing to do. Tell me what else I need to know. Yeah, I feel like your finances have been worrying you. It's been really worrisome here. And I think that you can no longer ignore it because your intuition is now in charge. I feel like you can no longer ignore it here. I've got the Ace of Cups. Gosh, and the Ace of Wands. It's up to you, but you will have these new beginnings here. I feel like it's time for somebody here to settle down, hunker down, hold back on the spending. If you want to have something that you can call your own, it is time to do that. And I feel like you have to. I don't feel like you want to. I feel like you have to, because your intuition is now involved, and it is about healing these finances. So if you want to get on this brand new path, if you are the one who has put yourself on, timelines are silly, by the way, but if you put yourself on a timeline, I feel like you're not behind. You're exactly where you had to be to learn the lessons that you needed in order for this to come together here. I feel like you are ready to go on a new path. A new path. I feel like somebody is thinking forward into the future, thinking, look, I may want to get married one day. I may want to, you know, have somebody move in with me, and I want to be able to be the provider. We do have the Four of Pentacles twice, or sorry, the Four of Wands twice here. And so the Ace of Cups and the Ace of Wands, I feel like this is what I was saying. You're worried that you're behind on your timeline, but I don't think that you are. I feel like these are just coming up right now. It's time for you to get it together, get on some sort of new, passionate, exciting path. And if your passion is to save money so you can buy something that's going to be yours, something you can hand down to your children, I feel like that is what you're going to do. And I feel like the Ace of Cups here is here to ease your worry. I don't think there's much you have to worry about, because look at this. You are going to be releasing, which means you're in a state of receiving. If you're in surrender and you're releasing, you're also in a state of being able to receive. So I feel like this release is really, really good energy. The Six of Wands tells me you're in the right place where you're supposed to be, Scorpio. Stop thinking you're behind. You're not. You just need to sit down, get your nose to the grindstone, and figure out a plan. And really, when you can see it day by day or week by week or month by month, find yourself a free template budget online somewhere and start going for it. But I feel like you will have victory, because I feel like this pentacle energy is really grounding you, getting you sturdy, stable, dependable. I'm going to stop just, you know, being on this in this Page of Wands energy. I feel like the Six of Wands energy tells me you're getting the victory. You are going to cross the finish line, and it's not only the Six of Wands, but it's also spiritual. So it's spiritual prosperity as well. And I feel like it starts right here. You listening to your intuition. Look, this is the way you build your intuition. Scorpio, I don't have to tell you. You're the most psychic of the zodiac. But anybody else who's watching, a cross watcher, that's how you start listening to your intuition. By these small little steps that you take towards new beginnings. And when they work out, when you do go from the Ace of Wands to the Six of Wands, you're like, that was a good decision. So I feel like somebody here may want to get married or have a commitment or something like that with the Four of Wands here. I feel like somebody is thinking ahead into the future. I've got to drop my burdens. 6 and 4 is 10. I've got to drop my burdens and look at how I'm going to change things, because the Death card in the reverse is avoidance. It's like, I don't want to change. I'm avoiding change. So it is avoidance, but that's coming to an end because the Ten of Swords is here. So it does feel like there is something that's coming up here that is material and spiritually, there's prosperity coming here. We've got the Moon energy. I think somebody here is thinking, I want to be the spiritual leader of my family. I want to be the financial leader of my family. I want to be able to be on the throne before I start a family. We have the Moon energy. We have the Three of Swords. And we have the Eight of Cups. I want to say for somebody here, this isn't something that was taught to you as a child. Somebody here failed in their parenting, I want to say. And somebody here maybe led you to believe that the path of instant gratification would make you the most happy. I feel like I'm talking to somebody here who's changing their mind. I feel like it's a change of mind, a change of heart. Again, we started with the Eight of Cups, we're ending with the Eight of Cups, right? We're coming full circle. So I feel like you're coming full circle on something here. The Moon energy tells me that there are things that you don't see. And I feel like those are the things that maybe were taught to you as a child, that maybe you do them without really thinking about them. But I think now you're becoming aware of those things, Scorpio. We have the Moon energy here with the Hierophant, and we have the Three of Swords. I feel like there are things that you are holding back from, or you hold yourself back from, and those things are things that you want to have victory in. And I feel like you got yourself into this instant gratification situation possibly for some of you, and it's held you back from the things that you want. So I feel like you're on your way. You've decided you're no longer settling. You're no longer settling for the 8 cups. You want all 10. Right? You want all 10 cups. You're no longer settling there. I feel like somebody here is feeling badly about the way life is progressing. And look, it can happen like this. Please understand when I tell you, I've seen it, I know it, I live it, that things are different yesterday as they were today. And if in between there you decide to make a decision to do something different than you ever did, you're always going to get something different than you always got. So I feel like somebody here is about to get themselves together financially, and I feel like your life a year from now is not going to be anywhere near where it is right now. We've got the Devil energy. Got the Queen of Wands. And we've got the Ten of Swords. You feel held back, but I feel like you've got a lot of fire. Like you have a lot of desire to be able to move forward individually, do it by yourself, that you're not asking anybody to help you. But I feel like you have this monkey on your back. I feel like the Devil energy is here, holding you back, making you feel like you can't do it, telling you, look, you're behind, Scorpio. You're so much further behind all of your friends and family. I feel like it's the Queen of Wands, and with the Ten of Swords here, it feels like there is something that you're about to release, right? And that's what this is. And although the Ten of Swords is something that can be painful and hard to deal with, I feel like what we're looking at is the release. And that's what happens when you finally allow the Ten of Swords. You can go through that pain of maybe it's kicking yourself in the butt, but you can go through that pain, and then it's the release, and now you can start healing it. And I feel like this is what we're looking at here. So I feel like somebody here is looking, maybe you've already got a relationship locked down and you're looking at getting a little more intimate with this person. Maybe you're going to cause a marriage or something like that. And I feel like it's somebody who's trying to get it all together now. It's time that I got everything on the road, and I feel like you're going to be fine, because I feel like you've realized that in sequestering yourself here with this reflection, that you've realized, I got to get up and go. I just got to get up and go to my victory, stop making excuses. The Queen of Wands is here saying, you've been through worse than this, way worse than this, Scorpio. And the Devil is nothing that you haven't dealt with before. How do you deal with the Devil? I feel like you just walk away, honestly, because you're that much of a badass, right? The Queen of Wands is here. We do have the Five of Pentacles, we have the Seven of Cups, and we have the Hierophant again. So I feel like The devil makes you feel like you can't do it, makes you feel detached, makes you feel confused about whether you feel, it's like a worthiness issue. Somebody's like, if I don't have the material gain, then how can I expect to have some sort of commitment? And I don't know that that's the right thing to think or the wrong thing. I mean, you're all going to have your own thoughts about it, but I feel like whoever I'm connecting to today is feeling in lack. I don't feel like I can make a commitment to somebody unless I get all of this other stuff in order. And I think you will, because in the future we do see the Four of Wands and we do see the Death card and the Ten of Swords is here. So I feel like you do get it together. We do have the Two of Cups. It is because of love. Yeah, that's what it looks like to me. Now, the thing is this, is I feel like this here, whatever you're going to hear from the family or a friend or whoever this is what is going to push you forward this way. Because you're like, you know what? I got to get things on the road. I don't want to wait till I'm in a relationship forever and ever, and then it crumbles and I never really got to experience any of this. That's what it feels like here for me, Scorpio. I'm going to go for now. Thank you so much for watching. I do appreciate you. I'm going to go for now, but I'll be back because I'm always back. Take care, y'all. Bye-bye.